Hello, we're the
I'm not ready.
Lawsons. Hello, are you ready now?
Fine, I'm ready.
Life coming at you. Hello, we're the Lawsons.
It's like going to be your intro. Life coming at you.
Yes. You don't have time.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Calm it down, or you look all sweaty, you know?
Hi, welcome to our YouTube channel where we are going to be presenting our podcast. We've just started our podcast. We've recorded it. It's happening and it's coming at you. So here it is. We're going to film ourselves while we're recording our podcast for you to enjoy. Welcome. We've been talking about doing a podcast for a long time.
Well, we kind of half did a podcast.
We did, and then we kind of quit.
Because it was terrible.
When was that? Like
Last
maybe
year.
6 months ago, something like that. Anyway, we thought due to current events, a lot of spare time and being trapped in the house, we thought now is a good time to do a podcast, and we thought we'd film it too, just to give it another spicy flavour. Don't say that.
An element of terror.
Cut it out. Oh. So we thought we'd reignite the idea of the podcast.
Yeah, and due to current events, we're not quite as busy as we usually are at this time of year.
We've got all the time in the world.
And otherwise, we'll forget to use our cameras as well. So let's get this.
That is a really good point.
Yeah, keep our eye in the game.
At least now, if we do this, we'll know where all the batteries are. We won't.
No.
We never will.
There's one there. Go on.
Literally before every wedding.
Scattered around the house.
It's become a comedic joke the night before wedding. Where are all the batteries? Don't know. Check where they were last week.
We've moved on for batteries. Now it's memory cards. And I was like, where's the memory card?
Such a fun game. Such a fun game.
I swear you hide them. Sometimes you do hide them.
I mean.
Yeah, sometimes.
So I very much like to have things on me at a wedding, and I wear different things. So I'm a pocket stuffer. So yeah, we'll always have batteries in random jacket pockets.
But also the memory cards, like after we get home, back everything up, you then like carry the cards around with you as well.
True.
Like for the rest of time.
True, and then you're
so
like...
you're like my first suspect anytime I can't find the memory cards.
So you're like, where are all the memory cards? And I'm like, in my handbag. And you're like, which handbag? It's like,
handbags?
I don't know. What's with the third degree? Anyway, that was a little side rant. For those people that don't know us, maybe we should introduce ourselves a little bit. Yeah, no one knows us really.
That's true.
We know very few people.
That's true. We don't like to venture outside.
Maybe like 4 people.
Quarantine's pretty good for us.
Sure, and that's one of the things I wanted to talk about, because obviously it's a weird old world at the moment, but it's actually really normal for us. Obviously the world's going crazy and like, quarantine, and I'm like, for example, Albert's been off school for a week because he's got a bit of a cough, and I don't think he's noticed that he's in quarantine because this is so normal.
It is.
So that's one of the things that I thought we could talk about, because I think talking to people that have normal jobs, the odd couple of people that I know that have a normal job, a few people, this is like people from school and stuff, have said like, what am I going to do? I have to hang out with my other half and we're never together. You know, like a lot of people, I guess, they're at work all week and they just hang out on the weekend or like in the evening, they're not together like 24/7. So I thought that could be a cool thing for us to talk about, like top tips for like getting along when you are in each other's grill.
Totally.
All the time. I mean, like...
Before that, we should finish the introduction, because that made no sense to anyone. Like,
I'm already
I know.
One. Sure.
But like we're like wedding photographers, wedding videographers. Like that's what we do all the year round. So we're in a really weird position that our job is kind of like shut down for now.
Cancelled, postponed until further notice. Potentially, hopefully we'll get to go to a wedding this year, but we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah. The news was saying 12 months today.
Okay, that's fun.
But no, they're going to release us, I think, occasionally. I don't know if we get released.
Release us. God.
It's like they lock us inside to release us for a bit. They lock us inside to release us.
We don't know what's happening, but I think it is quite interesting just to talk about like us, the fact that because I think normal people think it's quite weird that we're always together, and that we always have been really for like 12 years. We've spent every day together for like, I don't even know how long we've been married.
Longer than 12 years we've been married.
15 years or something.
Not been married 15 years.
No, but we've been together.
Yeah.
I'm saying we've probably spent every day together for about 14, 15 years, which is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, not all day.
No, this is one of the things I wanted to talk about, though. Just like top tips for getting on when you're like trapped in a house together kind of thing. Because that's the situation people are in and they're not used to it. And like we live in quite a small house.
There are 4 rooms.
There are more than 4. I'm literally like, are there 4 rooms? There are more than 4 rooms.
4, and then a bathroom. It's fine.
And hallways and stuff.
Okay.
Shush. And a shoffice. Anyway, we don't live in an enormous house, so we're used to being in a small space, like together, and like with Albert, with a kid in that space as well. But I think that, like what you just said then, like we're not always together, and that is exactly how we get on really well, because we just are a lot of the times
getting along by ignoring each other.
No, not ignoring each other, but just like I can do whatever I want and you can do whatever you want, and that works for our business as well. We're never like, how should I edit this picture? Like, I can't think of anything worse. Like, you do your thing, I'll do my thing.
Yeah.
See you later. And don't tell me anything either. That's the other thing, like, like I do not want your opinion.
Don't give each other jobs as well. Like that's just is the worst thing.
I do that all the time.
I know you do.
But
that's why we'll get a divorce.
Because I made you take the bin out one too many times.
That's a weekly job. I can
Are you
cope with
talking
that.
about like work jobs or like just jobs?
Just little jobs.
Just jobs.
Just like when I'm working away, like because we have like a little office in the garden, like a fancy shed, and I'm just editing some pictures, and then the texts come in saying, "Can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this?"
I think the thing is though, as things pop into my head, I will tell you.
As they go into your head, I'll give them to...
I need to set them free, because then I think they're done.
Yeah.
In my head. Because I'll be like, oh, don't forget to tell Pete to put the bin out. Pete, put the bin out. Done.
Yeah. Good times. Good times.
Okay, I can appreciate that's annoying, because if you do that to me, I'll kill you. Anyway, what else did we want to talk about? I guess, like, what we're going to do on this podcast. Like, we're hoping that because everybody... is staying around at home and potentially having less work to do, we can chat to lots of different people. Yeah. As well, do a few interviews and whatnot.
Totally.
I think that would be really cool. But generally, I want to talk about like life, the universe, and everything. But obviously, mostly our job and our work stuff related to that, I guess, because that's such a big topic, isn't it? Yeah. So anyone listening or watching, please, let us know things you want us to talk about, like any topics really, just to keep us ticking along, because I think we're going to try and record loads of these, aren't we? Just to keep us busy, because we're not very good at,
sitting around.
I mean, we are.
I like the idea of it, though.
That's such a lie. We're not good at sitting around.
Like Monday when we had to be off because Albert had like a token cough. Like every time he gets a cold, he has a cough. So we're not treating it as like, oh, he's definitely got coronavirus.
He definitely doesn't have coronavirus, but anyway.
So I was like, oh, cool. So I can just like sit, like play some like video games. And then I think I finally got around to that on Tuesday and then got bored in about half an hour.
That's the thing, like the idea of doing nothing is amazing. And I'd say possibly like max a week. And then it's like, okay, cool. I need to learn macrame.
That's macrame?
I don't know how to do macrame. But anyway, I like to be busy doing things. So I think it's like paper art. Ooh. I don't even know.
Are you going to do it?
Potentially, sure. I am like queen of hobbies. So
that's true. Yeah.
I'm doing a really cool jigsaw at the moment. I really am.
What's the name of the jigsaw?
It's called I Love Weddings. In fact, can you pass me the box, Pete? Because I feel like for those people on YouTube, they'll really appreciate how epic.
I don't think they'll be able to see quite the details there.
It's very cool. It's comedic and it's about weddings because I figured I'm not going to be at a wedding for a while. This might be the only one I get to go to.
But it has something I really like on this. It's got a, where is it, like a drone confetti machine.
A confetti drone would be very cool.
That is the coolest thing ever. Big fan of
it feels weird to be even talking about weddings because it feels like so long since I was at one. I mean, our first wedding, well, it's not our first wedding of the year, we've had a few, but our first wedding of the season was in 2 weeks' time. And then it was like constant, like they're constantly booked in every week. So it's like we've been building up to this time and this has been our period of chill.
I know.
And it's like as soon as the chill period started, coronavirus hit. It's like it literally coincided of just like...
Yeah. Because we were like really excited.
Because you enjoy the break, but then you're like, not forever. Like you're not an old retired person. Like I say, like I don't really like doing nothing. I like doing nothing for like a week or two.
Yeah.
And then I want to do something else.
Yeah.
So
it's been almost
really
a week and then we're like, let's do a YouTube channel.
Yeah. So there we go. Can we learn a language or something?
Now that sounds difficult. French?
What? No.
Spanish?
I can speak enough languages really badly to get by.
Okay.
Musical instrument?
Ooh.
Maybe, potentially.
But then we have to buy stuff.
That's the other thing. Everything needs to be free.
It really does.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's got any ideas for cool hobbies. I mean, we do have a kid who's, we have to school him now.
Yeah, that's our new hobby, being a teacher.
So that's cool.
Well, he has mummy school, doesn't he, first?
You know what?
For an hour, and then he has daddy school, which normally ends up in him hitting me in the face.
He doesn't really appreciate being taught. Not by actual teachers, but he's not good with confidence.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a problem, isn't it? But I actually think this could be really good for him.
Totally.
Because he's got no choice. It's like us or no one. And I think he appreciates that if he does no work and then goes back to school in a long time, he won't be able to read anymore.
Plus, it's kind of really fun, and he really likes hanging out with us in that kind of way.
Yeah.
Apart from when he hits me in the face.
But would you... I don't think I would homeschool.
No.
All the time.
No.
Because, wow, like, that's a lot. You know what's really weird?
Yeah.
About this year?
What?
Obviously, we had Brexit, which feels like a long-distant, forgotten nightmare in this current time. But because of Brexit, like, we were all, oh my God, because how many weddings did we have abroad this year? Like 5?
6 or 7.
So, okay, 6 or 7. And we were like, oh my God, amazing. We can do like 6 or 7. Like, go out of, because next year we're probably not going to shoot any weddings anywhere.
Yeah. Anywhere?
Like,
Shall we still do some here?
You know what I mean. And this year will be like the year of loads of destination weddings.
Yeah.
Fail.
I know.
That's like it's the worst.
Hopefully we still get to do some of them.
I mean, that is such a moan about coronavirus.
Sorry.
That's not...
Yeah, we shouldn't really complain.
Hashtag first world problems. But,
Yeah.
I was really excited to have like a really cool destination wedding year.
Yeah.
And now it's like not going to happen. So weird, isn't it?
More important things though, aren't there?
Sure. There really are. And things like this really put it all into perspective and like what is actually important. And the whole like work to live thing, which is really important to me anyway, but I think it does like hammer that home.
Yeah.
That like, how much money do you need? Like, really?
It's true. Yeah.
Like, and just you want all your people to be like healthy and happy, and that's more important than like any of the other stuff. And
definitely,
you know, just all the stuff you take for granted, like being able to just go, you know, go to a supermarket and they've got everything you need, and you can order something and it'll come the next day. And like, you know, whereas like we ordered bread flour from Amazon and we've waited like 2 weeks and it went missing. And you know, this is not the Amazon Prime world that I'm used to living in.
It's really not, is it?
No.
I mean, was that technically like a panic buy? I don't know. We just like, you know, the coronavirus.
No,
like,
it was before.
It was a bit before, but when it seemed like it might be coming, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm going to take up making bread every day. That'll
It was well
keep
before
me
the panic
entertained.
buying, I think.
It was. It was still a 16-kilogram bag of bread flour, though.
A lot of bread. But you
Very
do really
exciting.
like making bread. And to be fair, you've
And
made a
eating bread.
loaf a day.
I've discovered you can just use normal white flour.
It's good.
I know.
Anyway.
It's good marketing for bread flour.
I think it's nice making your own bread. We've always done that anyway, really, just more sporadically than we are doing. We've eaten so much food. It's awful because we keep
really
making it.
based.
Because we keep making it. Like we've gone really 1950s. Like, come on, we need to bulk up for winter. Like, what is happening? We've been nowhere. We've just been eating carbs.
True.
It's too funny.
Yeah, I think just, you know, when it all kind of was seeming like it was going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
You're like, what food is wise for us to buy?
I think you just think of ingredients.
Yeah.
So like, for example, we've got, I mean, we haven't panic bought, but we definitely have rice, pasta.
Because normally in our cupboard, there's like quarter of a packet of rice, maybe half a packet of pasta, usually none.
That's it, exactly that.
Yeah.
But then, like, what's going with the rice? You know, like...
Just eat the rice.
Yeah, I just feel like...
Albert, our son, would be well happy with just rice.
Yeah, he would.
He feels like any kind of sauce or side ruins it.
Just filler, isn't it?
Yeah.
To that kid.
Yeah.
Just a plain rice, please. Funny. It is funny where your mind goes, isn't it? Where you think apocalypse, like...
Yeah.
What do we need? I don't know. I've always said the best way to live would be in the middle of nowhere, growing your own veg. That'd be me. Done.
That's
Speak
true.
to no one.
But how do you get your flour? I mean...
I know, see, in this dream, yeah, I still need, like, Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
For sure.
But they just, like, leave it at some kind of...
like a drone drop-off? Is that a thing?
I was thinking, like, one of those post boxes at the end of the road, you know, like in America.
Sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But someone still touched that.
Do you think that this will make people really germ-phobic after?
No. I think people will go crazy.
They'll all be licking each other in the street.
I think when they're released, because I was talking to someone today and they were like saying, you know, like work's really weird for them at the moment because like they're all having to leave like a desk free in the middle of them.
Weird.
So like everyone's like a really weird distance away from each other.
Yeah.
Like, and obviously you can't like shake anyone's hand or give anyone a hug when you're leaving. So you just feel like you're just running around in your own little bubble and no one's allowed anywhere near you.
Yeah, weird.
So I think when it is over, everyone will be going out to the pubs,
They'll be doing no work,
completely wasted and like
and...
just hugging each other.
I think another thing as well is the like Skype FaceTime thing really, you know, becomes so important, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like I've FaceTimed more people this week than ever.
So true.
And it's really nice. So, you know, in a weird way, maybe it'll make people talk more.
Yeah.
Like, appreciate each other more. It's strange, isn't it?
Yeah, hope so. Yeah, we've got like a group WhatsApp with my family and every morning it's like, good morning. Like, I don't hear from these people, usually. You know, but like, you know, when you were grown up and like, obviously you talk to your parents and your brother, but you just like, you know, it's, you could go days without talking to them, whereas it's like every morning it's quite
so
nice.
True.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it.
So what are we going to do work-wise with this time? We've still got a little bit of work to do for this year, haven't we?
Yeah,
Just like
so
bits and bobs finishing off.
I've got one portrait shoot to finish.
We managed to squeeze in a couple of portrait shoots before this all kicked off, really, kind of just in the nick of time, didn't we?
Yeah. And you have a few like longer films from people's weddings to do.
Literally,
and then
like
I'll do my token little tweak where you let me pretend I'm part of the process.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many of those? Like 4, 5?
2.
2.
Yeah.
Is that all?
Mhm. I know. Literally, I'm running out of things, and I'm. You know how? I think back in the day, I always wanted to have no work to do. Now I really don't like having no work to do.
Yeah.
Like the idea of actually having no work to do.
Well, that has never happened to us since we started. Well, no, like since like maybe the 2nd or 3rd year of it.
Yeah.
Every time, even when you
We've
get
always
like
been a bit
that little
too
winter
busy.
break, you slow down a bit.
Yeah.
So you never quite don't feel like we've ever quite got through all the work.
No, I'd say potentially I've had about a week gap in like 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, because every
There's
holiday
always
you come back and you're
something.
like, oh my God, I'm so behind.
Yeah. So I don't know what I'd actually do if there was nothing in the pile, but I think you'd just think of things, wouldn't you? I'm sure a lot of people now are like, you know, updating their websites and like going on Instagram missions and like,
we could blog the last 2 years worth of weddings, finally.
What? We won't. Like, we'll start doing a podcast instead.
Yeah, that's true, because I can edit this instead, so we'll have daily work. And that'll make us feel better. Probably won't take that long, though, really, will it?
No, probably not long
Because
enough.
there's going to be no B-roll, because we're not going outside.
I was thinking the other day, because I was watching Wallace and Gromit, I really want to learn how to do animation. Is that something I could learn?
God.
Do you not think that would be so fun?
Yeah.
I would love to do that.
It'll take like one person like years to do like 5 minutes.
Exactly, and this could be the ideal use for this time. Yeah, she just spent
so like
5
clay,
years.
you're thinking.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Proper old school Wallace and Gromit style animation.
Yeah.
I think that would be so fun.
I think it would be awesome.
Yeah, you can help. It'll be good.
So, coronavirus, what do you think?
Oh my God. It's all anyone talks about, and I mean, I know it's really a big deal. But I feel like we need to talk about something other than coronavirus.
I think
there's enough coverage of that.
I agree, but I think people also want to hear what other people are doing about it.
Doing about it? Nothing. I have no skills.
No, it's just me, because a lot of people are like, oh, what do we do with deposits? And like, you know, should we be taking like, you know, payments?
Okay, cool. How about in this episode we deal with coronavirus chit chat?
Okay.
So that next episode we can scale that back.
I mean, I think it's going to be a theme running through
Fine.
the next year.
I'm sure. Well, that's why I said scale it back rather than cut it, because I'm sure it will be daily chats. But you know, I think let's just get it out of the way.
Okay.
Coronavirus is everywhere, and I don't know like how other people feel, but like I, for example, deleted Facebook off my phone. Like only look at the news like once a day.
Yeah. Just
because like it's too overwhelmingly depressingly.
Whereas I'm kind of weirdly the opposite.
Yeah, you like binge the news.
I just like binge it.
But then like once a day, I like, you know, when I say like once a day I'll like watch the news, what I mean is once a day I go to you, my news source, and say, Pete, summarize for me. Summarize the world events for me. Because I just cannot.
Yeah.
It's just too depressing and, you know, dramatic, and I just like to live in a fairy make-believe world.
Yeah, taking it one day at a time.
I am a child.
No. So
I just know what
it's not healthy to look at it all the time.
That's it. I know what's good for, like, if something makes me feel stressed, then I'm not going to do that thing.
Yeah.
So I just don't see any point in stressing myself out about it.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just like, I don't want to keep going on about the obvious stressful things that everybody's feeling at the moment. But I mean, yeah, it is a shared thing, and you know, if we can help other people.
So I think what we're doing at the moment to kind of like what's our coronavirus approach is we're just not leaving the house at all. Living on bread and pasta. We found some
cake.
So much cake. It was awesome.
I've eaten like almost all the cake.
That's
single-handedly.
Yeah, they don't know how big that cake was, so I mean that's
true.
You could just think it's like a little thing, but it was like 2 tiers of
birthday cake. It was like a birthday cake. Anyway, yeah, so we're not going anywhere, but that was easy to make that decision early on because Albert got a cough.
Yeah, so I mean,
then it was like,
a cold. He was like sniffly, which isn't like a symptom, but
can be in kids.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. You said
that's what I read, that it can present as a normal cold in a kid. So then it was like, maybe we'll just take him off school. We're at home anyway, or whatevs. So he's been off all week anyway. So then we thought, well, if he's got it, then we might have it, so we may as well stay here. And like I've mentioned, this is no different to our. It's so easy for us to just stay at home. Like, what are we really missing? Like our walks, like.
Yeah.
You know. Like,
and we're really lucky because we have a treadmill that we got for our wedding.
Oh my God, like 12 years. That's like a 12-year-old treadmill.
And it wasn't an expensive treadmill.
And it's so good. It's still going.
It's awesome.
Albert
even though
went on it today, didn't he?
Yeah.
He loves it.
Yeah, he did a couple of kilometres on it.
And we did like hang out outside and stuff. That's the thing, like now spring is coming, we can hang out in the garden and stuff. So it's not like we're not getting fresh air.
Though I need to cut the hedge down because like it's blocking the sun.
Yeah, you need to. But this is the other thing that I've been really...
could do gardening.
Yeah, this is the other thing I've been really enjoying about coronavirus. If you can enjoy anything about it.
See the positive.
Is like all the jobs. Like our house is really, really clean.
It's pretty clean.
Yeah, it's cleaner and tidier, and I have no ironing to do. Everything is like, we're just like all over it.
Is that because we're living in the same clothes every day because we don't need to leave the house?
That's true.
Oh no, I'm going to have to change jumpers, like, on a daily basis.
You are.
So I'll change it just before we record
the
next one.
Just jumpers, though.
Yeah, just jumpers.
You don't have to change your pants or anything.
Yeah, all my other jeans look the same, don't they? Pretty much. Pretty much. Some with holes in them.
Didn't it turn out you had like 5 pairs of jeans? I literally thought you had one. You thought you had one.
They were at the bottom of the washing basket.
They're all the same. They're all the same. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
You're like Kenny from South Park.
I just always look the same.
Just always look the same. Like, you just always have the same clothes on.
Okay. And chill,
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
What else are we doing about...
coronavirus, so like work-wise, obviously, panic stations.
Yeah.
I think all our weddings now for April and almost all for May.
I think the last one in May moved today.
Okay, so that seems to be the real zone of people, like obviously being told by venues and like that's the real panic, isn't it? April and May at the moment.
Yeah,
like,
so we're
see
moving them. Like obviously, fine, whatever date they want.
They've all postponed rather than cancelled because obviously people are getting married. They're not just suddenly going to go, actually, yeah, no, I hate you. Forget it. Like that, they're all like, oh, when can we, So I think a lot of them have moved from Saturdays to weekdays.
Yeah, because that's what the venues will have, I guess.
Yeah, so they're either the end of this year. I think we booked a few in for October, and a few have moved to next year.
One's moved to August as well, I think.
Yeah. So we'll see. Like, and I mean, like maybe venues will just move them to, and then move them again, whatever. I think like everybody's on the same page. Like, obviously, nobody wants the wedding to just be cancelled.
Yeah.
So that everybody's going to work together to try and like, make them happen. And I think the fact that people are obviously fine to move them to a weekday is really cool because that makes it easy for all the suppliers.
Yeah.
It must be so stressful though, like if you're getting married. Yeah. Or if you were getting married in like 2 weeks.
It must be really,
Because this, like, it's crazy. It feels like it was invented a week ago. Like it's just been like boom.
I think it kind
got
of
real.
Surprised us all because I think there's been a couple of other things that were like, in China years ago, like SARS and MERS and things like that, and bird flu. Mm-hmm. And they never actually made it over here. Yeah. So it's like you hear about them, you're like, that sounds awful. And everyone was a little bit worried.
Yeah.
And then like nothing happened.
Yeah.
I think we all have become a little bit complacent.
And now it feels like Shaun of the Dead, doesn't it? It really does. Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like, just all the hoarding and like, oh, it's just crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, and the other thing we've been doing, which I think is what a lot of photographers and videographers have kind of settled on, because obviously we need some money coming in because we want to pay the mortgage and, like, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Not go to a food bank.
Yeah,
not yet.
I'm on board.
So we've been asking for like a 50% like payment of like the final balance, like when they move it to a new date. So kind of like they pay like half of it when they were gonna pay, and then the rest, like, you know, before the new date.
Yeah, and I think only a few people have done that, because I think because they were all in April, they'd all paid anyway.
Yeah, the ones next month had all paid.
It's more the May ones,
so
isn't
yeah,
it,
like
that hadn't paid yet, but were gonna pay. So it's like, you know, it's just that, because obviously when you originally like are scheduling out your year, you know, like, oh, that's gonna, you know, pay for that bit and that bit and that bit, and they're kind of spread out through the year.
It's that kind of job though, isn't it? Because like everything is booked in advance.
Yeah.
So like for us, we're like, you know,
safe.
we've got our year like planned out. We know if it's a good or a bad year, and like this year for us seemed like it was going to be like a good year. So like stupidly, we spent like quite a bit of our savings, pretty much all our savings, on a bathroom.
So pretty though.
It's so pretty, because we got like a hole in our bathroom wall, and then like we thought, well, we can either like plug the hole or we can have a shiny, fancy bathroom.
Classic us, though, you know, like when things just spiral.
Yeah.
We're just like, oh.
Well, like a bathroom's not something you do, like, again, is it? Like, that bathroom's, like, good for, like, 20, 25 years, right?
Sure.
So we thought, okay, we'll do that. This seems to be the time to do that.
Yeah.
We fix things when they're broken, right?
It's not the right time.
It's not the right time. It's such a pretty bath.
No,
to
but
see
at
out
the same
time,
we are in lockdown, and like I am loving my house. So I mean, it just depends on how you look at it.
Yeah,
I just think you need to be positive in these times.
Yeah,
I refuse to be like miserable about it. I really do. It'll be fine. People are so nice as well.
Yeah.
No one wants you to go bankrupt.
No.
So I feel like
everyone knows they're like small business.
Yeah,
small
this is it, and it's like it's okay to say, "Would you mind paying half your balance now?" Like, because that'll help me massively, and I think people understand that.
Yeah,
so that makes absolute sense.
And plus, like, you know, you assume that they've like saved up for that anyway. You know, that's the time when they thought they had to spend that.
Exactly.
And we're making it optional as well, because like obviously this has affected a lot of other jobs. And we want, if someone's lost their job, we're not going to be like, but we need paying.
I know, imagine that. Horrible.
So, yeah, it's just like...
Trying to be nice and chill about it.
Yeah.
I just feel like it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We'll get through
They're
it.
just, as always, I don't know if this is like a positive thing, but I always think that so many people are worse off. You know, like, just stop your moaning. Like, that just is... Just like default, just stop your moaning.
Yeah.
Like, you'll figure it out. It's fine.
Yeah. You can't abide other people moaning, can you?
Cannot. I cannot abide it.
Yeah. You're not much of a moaner.
No, I can't be bothered. And I might feel a bit like it's stressful.
Yeah.
But I refuse to feel stressed as well. That annoys me. Like, in myself, not other people being stressed, but like I just like, no, I ain't got time, I can't be bothered, you know, like that's just gonna ruin my day, and I'm not about that life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah can't have a good day, haven't you?
Exactly. And I know it's like background stressful for everybody, because there's, you know, like bankruptcy. But it's not gonna be that.
No.
And I think until like, I really don't like moaning and worry about things that are, like, in the future.
Yeah.
You know, and have not happened. So it's like, I'll be stressed about something, like, the day before I am bankrupt. But, like, I'm not gonna do that in the run-up.
That
Because it's not happened.
I feel like that's not a good character.
Do you not think? Maybe
I will not. I will refuse to plan ahead.
Maybe not. No, not refuse to plan ahead. I refuse to just be miserable about it.
Okay, yeah. So
it's like the wallowing, like, oh no, what if that thing? They're like, what if? Well, what if?
But they're taking steps to avoid it. You're fine.
Oh, I'm all about the practical steps.
Okay.
That's exactly it. Cannot abide moaning. I'm all about the practical steps.
Yeah.
So, like, if you've got a frown, turn it upside down and crack on and think of a plan. That's more what it is.
You should have been a kids' TV presenter.
Yeah, do you think I'd be a good motivational speaker? Probably not.
Turn that frown upside down.
I got no sympathy for you people. Oh.
So should we not do like the inspirational, episodes?
Probably not.
Like cuts.
Probably not.
Yeah.
We could invite our friends on just to have a moan, and then I could just berate them.
For moaning?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So I think our first guest, I was going to say our next guest, as if you're a guest on my show. Is
that how you think of your life?
Welcome.
Like I'm like a...
You're
I'm
like
a guest character.
You're a walk-on. Oh my god, too funny. Oh, who's this guy? But our first guests are going to be the Crawleys tomorrow.
Yeah. Unless they cancel, in which case we're cutting this bit out.
No, I told B she doesn't have a choice. So.
Okay.
So that's good.
Yeah. Okay. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. We need to think of some questions for them.
No.
I'm sure we will. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Maybe we should have like interviewed someone we don't know.
We will.
Okay.
I don't know how.
No. We'll just Skype random people. What's
like
that chat roulette thing?
Imagine. What do you think about wedding photos? Huh?
I would watch that.
Thank you so much for joining us for this little chit chat. We hope you've had an amazing day in lockdown. If you are, in fact, in lockdown, because because we've been, I'm assuming everybody is under house arrest. But I'm sure I've seen people wandering in the streets. So if you're one of those people,
many.
If you're one of those people, I hope outside's been amazing.
Yeah.
Tell us tales of outside.
We saw it. We just couldn't see beyond the hedge and the wall. Like, our garden
in the prison
is like
yard.
our prison. And it's not big enough to walk around like a prison. We have to go on the treadmill.
It is. Don't be lazy. You're so lazy. Oh my God. Be 50 stone by the end of this. Anyway, we hope you've had an amazing day. I want to say in lockdown. In lockdown. And please join us again for more chit chats. As I say, we're going to have some guests on, so please.
No, not in like real life.
Join us for
like
that.
Coronavirus.
Oh yeah, they're not.
Yeah, they're not coming here. No. Like
no breathing on me allowed. You're too near, to be fair. So yeah, please come back and join us for more, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Don't wait.
What was that thing you did at the start? Come on. I think that's how you should. No, throw the cup at the camera. Throw the cup at the camera.
Oh, God. Okay. Edit, baby.